I'm not going to play for long. I'm probably going to hop off later, but you know, going to be playing for a fair while.
Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications.
And yeah.
And you will be the first to know when a new video comes out.
Sorry if it's loud in the background. So my dad's just watching some shit. So yeah. I got the new Turtle Beach.
Who are you talking to?
My stream. Turtle Beach headset. Recon 300. Bang. Oh, I want to go to this game.
Dan finds gold mine on property, goes in and realizes he's made a huge mistake. We all have the dream of one day buying our dream house. Most people work for years to be able to afford to move into their forever home. And when we think about buying our forever home, we don't expect to find ourselves smack dab in the middle of a mystery. Christopher Wanless bought a property that stood on 16.5 acres of woodland fields.
It used to be such a bad car. Well, it was actually a really good car, but it was black, and it had like it did not make this. It was slow, but like I made it so much faster. See, and I already crashed it. I haven't crashed this car yet, and I've driven it 3 times.
The harsh weather also caused the bark to strip from the outer layer.
Look how fast it goes. I'll show you the speed it used to go. It used to go like this.
Still found his property beautiful. While he walked, he was on autopilot.
This is probably the speed it used to go.
His own thoughts, not really paying much attention to anything except for the beauty around.
Now it goes like this.
He wasn't so in his own head that he didn't see everything around him. And then something caught his eye. Christopher stopped walking when he saw something.
No! Get shat on. Uh-oh, the cops are coming.
Just like a hole in it. Got closer, he realized that it wasn't a tree. It was a tunnel that was intentionally made. Christopher wanted to get a closer look. So
I didn't even notice I was pressing the accelerator.
3 feet down into the hole. When he looked up, he realized he was in front of a mine. He couldn't believe there was a mine on his property. The real estate agent never mentioned that when he bought the house, nor did the sellers. By the look of the mine, Christopher assumed that it was very old.
I didn't, I was looking at my stream. I wasn't even looking at my fucking, game.
He found a mine on his property. He says when he first saw it, he had no idea what city, but he was going to find out. He rushed to his house to get a flashlight so that
I'm a really bad driver.
Thoroughly. And he saw that there was moss at the entrance of the tunnel, but he wanted to know what lay behind that opening. When Christopher arrived back at the entrance of the mine with his flashlight, he noticed sparkling pieces encrusted on the walls.
Oh my god, I'm such a bad driver. Don't touch my car.
The old walls were damp and they looked like they were ready to crumble in on themselves. He started to get a bit worried that he would disturb the soil.
I did that. Like, that's how bad I am.
He tried to put this out of his mind, though, and he decided to press on. He planned to search the whole mine, no matter how long it took. He even made sure to bring 3 extra batteries, just in case the ones in the flashlight died on him. The deeper he got into the mine, the more those walls sparkled. He hoped that it was gold, that he'd be rich. And that thought left his mind completely, though, when he noticed something as he continued down that dark mine. Despite the weather outside, it was very damp and cold in the mine. Each time Christopher stepped, he noticed that his footprint made a deep indentation into the soil. He also noticed that there was water coming in from somewhere because the water seemed to be flowing. When he saw no signs of stagnation, he was a bit relieved. He knew it was a good sign because stagnant pools of water in abandoned mines, they can release dangerous gases when disturbed. Since the water was flowing, Christopher knew that it wouldn't be
Hold up, guys.
Continue on. He continued on for a bit when he realized that he couldn't see the end of the tunnel. And suddenly, he felt like something or someone was there. Noises were echoing through the tunnel, and they seemed to be coming from right behind him. Intrigued, he tried to follow the sound. As Christopher continued down the path, he really started to get creeped out. There was no light ahead, no movement, no warmth, no air. He held his flashlight out to use it as a weapon if necessary. The noise got louder, and he was sure that he heard sounds of machinery and metal parts. Soon voices began to fill the mind. Christopher called out, wanting to know who was there. The only response he got was his own echo. He was afraid, but he didn't let his fear take over. He wanted to know who was there. As Christopher walked, he noticed that his feet were sinking deeper and deeper into the soil with every footstep. There was a yellow ventilation system in the mine, and it appeared to be falling apart. There were chains hanging from the ceiling, and they weren't far from one another. They were rusty and moldy, and Christopher began feeling strange. He says there was a weird vibe in the mine, as if something didn't want him there and was pulling him back. As the temperature around him dropped even more,
Trying.
a negative
Can you push me in?
He followed the path of the water, wondering if someone was living down there. When Christopher was about 150 feet into the tunnel, the chains hanging from the ceiling started to swing, as if someone was pushing him. He couldn't see anyone, and his claustrophobia started taking over. He was sure somebody was watching him. He decided he had to get out of the mine quickly. When he was out, he wanted to find somebody to help him figure out what was really going on inside the mine. Christopher didn't stop running until he got to his front door, and when he got inside, he called the real estate agent who helped him with the sale. The real estate agent told him that the estate was home to many mining sites. Also, during the turn of the century, there were many small mines scattered across the hills. He mentioned the sparkly walls and his experience in the mine, and the real estate agent said they'd send somebody to check it out. Christopher felt relieved only for a second, because things inside his home started to get weird. While Christopher was standing in his kitchen, the lights began to flicker. The lights blinking like a strobe light, and soon the kitchen was completely dark. He tried to turn the light on, but nothing happened. Soon he started to feel a cold breeze over his face, and he began to panic. He used the flashlight that was still in his pocket, and he went to the thermostat. The temperature in the house had suddenly dropped significantly. He could see his breath in front of him. He was sure the electricity was out because a fuse had tripped, so he went to the circuit breaker. When he got there, though, everything was fine. None of the fuses had tripped. He assumed the problem was related to faulty wiring, but he was still nervous. He got back upstairs and poured himself a drink when the doorbell rang. Christopher opened the door, and a man named Mr. Ruddall was there. He was sent by the real estate agent to check out the mine with Christopher. Mr. Ruddall was very intrigued by the substance that Christopher described being on the walls. The two men walked in silence to the mine. When they got there, they turned on their flashlights. This time, the sparkle on the wall seemed even brighter to Christopher. Mr. Ruddall was excited by what they were seeing, but suddenly he felt choked up and creeped out. He told Christopher that he was having mixed feelings about the whole thing. It turned out that it was gold that was on the walls of the mine, but Mr. Ruddall wasn't sure why it had gone untouched like this. Why would the miners abandon the job with all of this gold there just to be found? Mr. Ruddall told him that there was a lot of local gossip about the miners and the mine from the turn of the century. He didn't know of anything specific or what happened to the miners to make them leave so quickly. Christopher wanted to learn more. Christopher wanted to investigate.
No, I'm not going to that party this weekend.
Only the light from his flashlight. This time, he walked further than he did the first time. The darkness was all around him, and he tried not to panic. He made it 600 feet into the mine when he saw where the water was coming. Up ahead, he saw a door. He knocked on the door, knowing that nobody would answer. He decided to open the door and see what was inside. When Christopher opened the door,
I'm pissed.
no furniture. There was a lot of old junk in behind the door, and he couldn't figure out how it got there. Who would run out, leaving all of their things behind?
Tyson, how do you get into director mode?
The air around him started to get thicker, and he began to panic again.
You just
He
hold that
didn't let
down.
his fear get the best of him
And
this
then
time,
go,
and he went further.
Oh,
into the
you
room.
can't do it while
He
you
could
want
make out a
to.
rusty bed.
So you gotta
He
let the cops
realized
kill
it
you.
was someone's hideaway. When he
No, they'll take all my ammo
was
though.
about to turn around when he noticed that there was some sort of...
Oh, no, because I get unlimited ammo.
Christopher flashed his light on the wall and saw that the writing was vertical lines. They were scratched 4 at a time, and it looked like they were made with fingernails. He wanted to know who lived there, why they were so eager to get out. On the opposite wall, he noticed that the scratches weren't just scratches. It was a message that he just couldn't quite make out. He planned to take a picture of it and then put it onto his computer to see what it might be. After taking the picture, he heard a noise, and soon the hair on the back of his neck stood up. He had goosebumps all over his body. He kept pointing his flashlight in different directions, but saw nothing. When he felt a cold breeze and heard the sound of metal crashing, he started to panic. When he heard a whisper in his ear, he began to run. As he ran from the mine, he could hear the noise in every direction, and it was getting louder. The air got very cold as he headed for the entrance. When Christopher got to his house, he felt unsettled. He heard knocks coming in pairs of 3. Panicked, he shouted hello, hoping to get a response. He heard nothing, so he went to get his camera. When he looked at it, there was nothing on the SD card. Everything somehow had been deleted. He took his camera back to the mine, refusing to get scared away this time. When he walked in, he
Derailed.
he saw a dark object out of the corner of his eye. The deeper he went into the mine, the more noises he heard. There were sounds of metal that turned into an awful sound. He started to have trouble breathing, and his head was pounding. Christopher knew that he couldn't face whatever was in the mine, and he had to get out as quickly as possible.
I'm in director mode.
Only to find a hidden secret.
Sorry.
What's an ordinary home in Tijuana, Mexico, ended up housing a huge secret. A part of the house was hidden from everyone, and was something that seemingly came out of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. What could a normal-looking house be hiding?
You do know, because this is my PS4, it's gonna go onto my
When the
account,
authorities
right?
got wind of the secret,
What's gonna go on your account?
This video.
what they ended up
It's on my
finding made them jaws
No, it goes on my YouTube channel.
inside the
No,
house
it doesn't.
I just connected it to my YouTube channel.
Oh my, no, Reese, it doesn't work like that.
consisting of a living room,
Do you want to see? Look.
bathrooms, and a kitchen. What is there to
I
suspect?
don't know.
Aside from being in a not-so-great part of Mexico, there was no reason for the authorities to suspect the homeowner.
It's on my YouTube channel, Reese Noah.
Anything from them or the rest of the
Shut
public.
up, Reese.
But what they found was far from ordinary. Tijuana is a border
Okay.
city in Mexico and is the largest city in both Baja
You can't hear
and the
it.
Baja Peninsula. Meanwhile, the population is quite large and is no stranger to crime. The Tijuana cartel is a well-known crime organization after all. From 2007 to 2010, the city experienced an unusually high violent crime rate. Everything from gang violence to human and drug trafficking. Could the secret be part of the crime-related issues going around in the city? Think of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and you have the mysterious wardrobe that was found by Mexican police. If you're not familiar, the fictional story follows 4 siblings who get teleported from one world to another through a mystical wardrobe. What if we told you that someone felt like making fiction a reality? We're not talking someone role-playing Lucy and pretending their stuffed Santa is real. We're talking something that will keep the cops sleeping with one eye open for the foreseeable future. People in town knew about the wardrobe, but what it was hiding inside was a whole other mystery no one could figure out. Too bad mysteries have a way of coming to light eventually. It was morning when the house was surrounded by authorities. The low-key part of town had never seen so many officers at once. That meant that there was definitely something illegal in the house. There would be no other reason for them to all be there. The officers entered the home and started their search. When one came across the wardrobe in one of the bedrooms, he didn't think twice about it. What's strange about a closet-type thing being in a bedroom? People need a place to put their clothing. Then he opened it up, and what he found was not exactly clothing. There was nothing inside the wardrobe. It was completely empty. Why have an empty wardrobe in an otherwise full house? It didn't make sense. When it comes to secret passageways, people usually picture outdoor tunnels that are located underneath sheds, or maybe even storm shelters. But inside wardrobes in a house? That's new territory. What could possibly warrant having a tunnel inside a house? Something like that's just begging to be looked at by the police. A hidden passage screams secrecy. Only thing is, the cops didn't exactly find a tunnel. It was something else altogether, and you'll never guess what. When the officer opened the wardrobe, he wasn't all that surprised to see a hole in the ground. They were tipped off that there was a tunnel located somewhere in the house after all. What he wasn't prepared for was the elevator. An elevator going down into the earth? Yeah, they weren't expecting to find anything of that sort. There were even switches installed into the wall. So now the question begs, where's the elevator lead to? The makeshift elevator was large enough to accommodate 8 to 10 people at a time. So the officers funneled in, pressed some of the buttons, and down they went. You have to give the officers major props. Many people wouldn't get into an old elevator that they found inside a weird wardrobe. They had no idea what they were going to see once the elevator doors opened, but the officers were not expecting to see this. The doors opened, and in front of them was a tiny opening that they had to crawl through. It got a little better once they got past the original claustrophobic part of the journey. The tiny entrance involved a harsh climb, but turned into a 5 feet by 3 feet tunnel that they soon realized stretched well over 500 feet long. It was large enough for a man to walk through, and so they started their journey. The exit of the tunnel ended up being a bit north in San Diego, California, and was small enough that a simple trash can could cover the whole entirely. It was located in the back of a pallet warehouse, which wasn't entirely unusual. Smugglers often buy legitimate businesses to disguise their real money-making operations. Now that they found
Toss.
so they waited, and they waited.
Come here. Sorry, guys.
The officers spotted a truck.
How do you get Trevor's clown thing where you have to kill all the clowns?
That's not indirect.
No, like if I get out of direct
They
mode.
saw the truck being loaded with boxes that they
Just
might
go out of direct mode.
And
Oh,
then go on.
because you're on your
The truck was
your
filled with
account, you already did it.
If the authorities hadn't stopped them, those drugs would
Oh
have
no,
been.
no, you didn't. Yeah, go on to my.
I am. You guys are on
Granted, this was not the largest tally of drugs the authorities had ever confiscated before, but it was still an
Mine.
Are you playing on my account or yours?
Mine. Oh my god, Tyson.
Mine.
Mine.
Mini map? I said mini map.
In large part of this, it's
I want to be
either side of the border.
that one.
Eventually, Border Patrol agents released
The berry.
Yeah.
I just want to take a cab.
sure
I mean, you're
Alright, guys.
really close, so why don't you just drive it?
Because I want to take a cab. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna drive. Is
the smugglers had thought of everything that you need during an underground journey. They
Hey.
installed electricity,
give me all your money.
system, and even
Who are you talking to?
in case of
No one.
probably not something you have to worry about in Southern California or Mexico, but better safe than sorry. What made the tunnel even more remarkable was that they constructed it without machines. The entire thing was done by hand.
Bullshit, that looks like
For months, this tunnel served as a way to effectively smuggle tens of millions of dollars worth of illegal drugs to and from Mexico. The authorities were none the wiser, mainly due to its location. The smugglers were smart with this one aspect. They constructed the tunnel in a very busy part of San Diego with an hidden entrance and a quiet part of Tijuana. They could locate either of those locations. They made it nearly impossible to find. Unfortunately, tunnels such as this are not all that uncommon with smugglers. Since 2006, authorities have found 13 similar situations, and while the police were monitoring the pallet warehouse for a year prior to making their bust, there's no telling how long these tunnels have been in use. For all the authorities know, the tunnels could be part of El Chapo's empire, the escape artist extraordinaire. The drug lord loved his intricate tunnel systems, after all. Well-constructed tunnels were all part of the smooth-running operation of Joaquin Guzman Lorera, better known as El Chapo. In 2014, authorities released photographs of some of the more intricate escape tunnels that he had in various hideouts. They were nothing less than ingenious. It's no wonder he was able to escape officers for as long as he did. El Chapo and his men were even able to construct one underneath his shower cell, offering a quick escape from prison. Sophisticated tunnels, much like the ones constructed by El Chapo, are becoming more common among smugglers. In 2013, a super tunnel was located, bringing with it a totally new angle of smuggling routes. The super tunnel was the length of 6 football fields, and had reinforced walls, lighting, ventilation, and an automated track system for easy transport. Smugglers could quickly drop the drugs onto a cart that would automatically go down the tunnel. They no longer had to personally walk the tunnel. A super tunnel is not easy to construct. It can cost up to hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. Then again, One successful run and the tunnel kind of pays for itself. But authorities have found that these tunnels have other uses too. They can be used to provide passage for illegal immigrants. Taking care of two problems at once, these immigrants sometimes offer to transport narcotics in exchange for passage. Since 1990, authorities have uncovered 115 tunnels connecting Mexico to the United States, with 11 being post-September 11, 2001. After the 9/11 attacks, extra security measures were put in place to sway any illegal activity. The upgraded airport systems made it so drug traffickers had no choice but to start digging tunnels. That or give up the trade altogether. Fortunately, for every tunnel that's discovered, authorities have been able to find and shut down 2 more unfinished ones.
When I change for we were talking about how our shoes. What should I say? How do your shoes are good? You kept telling me I should.
Tyson, I'm here, but it's not doing anything.
What?
Look, I'm here.
Experts have captured terrifying footage of a deep-sea creature swallowing a shark whole.
I'm on beat.
Wait, move around. Oh, there's one for Michael. You have to complete the one for Michael first. So change as Michael.
What's Michael's one called?
It's the same one.
Barry.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Got a button. Can you get me a drink of juice?
Huh?
Lazy? A mysterious creature makes its
I want to go up
exploring the ocean floor for 45 long minutes, watching live images beamed from the ROV. But then they stumbled upon a fresh carcass, one that drew creatures from far and wide to feast upon its flesh. And while fish, eels, and crabs had all gotten involved, a band of sharks was really dominating the feeding frenzy. The members of the dogfish family, with their beady eyes and wide open mouths, dug in with ruthless abandon, in fact. But surprisingly, this was far from the most frightening thing that the team would discover in the depths below. As the predators continued to feast on the carcass, you see, another creature zoomed in to take the spotlight. And it made a shocking on-screen debut that the researchers will never forget. After all, in the 21st century, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that we know echoes about the depths of the oceans that remain incredibly hazardous to humans. In fact, it's often said that we know more about outer space than the world beneath the waves. And with water making up over 70% of the Earth, there remain plenty of hidden secrets. With the help of scientists, though, we're finally beginning to unravel at least some of the mysteries of the sea. Today, you see, scientists believe it's more important than ever to understand how the oceans and our climate are changing. So organizations such as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, commit themselves to studying the dynamics of planet Earth. And what's more, these firms often openly share their knowledge and findings. But it's the NOAA's Office of Ocean Exploration and Research, OER, we're interested in on this occasion. Because this team of staff deal with exploring the secrets of the deep. And through studying the world beneath the waves, its researchers hope to safeguard the future of life on Earth. America's future depends on our understanding the ocean, a statement on the OER's website reads. Because its health and resilience are vital to our economy and to our lives. We depend on the ocean to regulate weather and climate, sustain a diversity of life, for maritime shipping and national defense, and for food, energy, medicine, and other essential services to humanity. So on May 30th, 2019, NOAA launched an ocean expedition. It was part of the organization's Windows to the Deep 2019, exploration of the deep-sea habitats of the southeastern United States studies. The dives would also occur in 2 stages and last 44 days in total, with the aim of improving knowledge surrounding largely misunderstood environments. Specifically, this will apply to the coastal areas of states such as North and South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida.
I'll send one out right now. Appreciate it.
Every
time we get a pack, that's
According to the OER website, the purpose of this mission was manifold. So, as well as studying locations where methane seeped through the seafloor, the researchers also hoped to find unusual sponge and coral species. Additionally, the team aimed to explore underwater canyons in the area and document any life that may have emerged within them. Perhaps the most exciting objective, though, was the search for relics that lie scattered across this part of the Atlantic. There is perhaps no greater potential for the archaeological studies in these waters than along the eastern seaboard, the Noah's Desert.
I got a bottle of tequila. I've been saving for you.
And it was in this region that the researchers hoped to uncover evidence of a rich maritime history. This expedition Noah
Sorry.
a rare opportunity to search the seabed and its connections to our past. Where it continued. What could we find? A small coastal trader? A paddle wheel steamer? A massive steel oil tanker? All are possibilities.
It's
and all
a
have the
bit,
potential
Mom, go
to be
ahead.
a forgotten piece of our shared heritage.
Okay, buddy. There you go.
Before the expedition
Yo,
proceeded,
shout.
the NOAA had worked
Shout.
with fisheries and scientists to identify areas of interest off the southeastern coast. And during the first leg of the project, researchers worked on board the Okeanos Explorer to map out these areas. Then, a little over 2 weeks later, the experts moved on to the second leg of the project. From June 20th onwards, then, the team began using an ROV to collect data from the seafloor. And 8 days later, the researchers launched the seventh dive of the expedition, some 80 miles from the South Carolina coast. In fact, they dove to a depth of more than 650 feet in the hope of uncovering evidence of a long-lost shipwreck. Yes, the team hoped to discover the remains of the American oil tanker SS Bloody March. A German U-boat had apparently sunk the vessel in the waters off South Carolina during World War II. As the story goes, in fact, the ship had been en route to New York from Houston, Texas, in July 1943. Because of its potentially volatile cargo then, the tanker was high on NOAA's wish list of targets. Sadly though, the team couldn't find the remains of the SS Bloody March this time around. They did, however, discover an abundance of fascinating marine life while exploring the seafloor of the region. And soon the researchers switched the focus of this particular dive from wreck hunting to biological and geological studies. The expedition quickly began to turn up results too. In fact, the researchers identified a species of coral that had not previously been in earlier dives. This was a stony coral from the family Hydrosia, but it was what the team stumbled upon in the last 45 minutes of that dive. For as we've seen, researchers watching live footage of the ROV spotted a cluster of sharks gathered around the swordfish carcass, which had sunk all the way to the ocean floor. The unfortunate creature had seemingly only recently died, though, and as many as 11 predators had started into it, quickly depleting the remains. According to the experts, these sharks in the stream crawl were actually representatives of two different species, both members of the Swalloweye family, as well as a number of rough-skinned dogfish, which can grow up to 4 feet. There were numerous Genie's dogfish. Interestingly, Genie's dogfish were only discovered in 2018, when they were named after Dr. Gta5, a renowned marine scientist. And the group of researchers believed that these dogfish had likely traveled long distances in order to feed on the dead swordfish. What's more, the team suspect that the shark's tracking down of the carcass could have had something to do with vibrations or chemicals in the water. For example, the experts say the dogfish could have picked up on vibrations made while the swordfish struggled. To add to this, researchers noted how the beast was a strong example of the marine food chain in action. What does this mean? Well, the swordfish normally based either near the surface or at medium depths, died before traveling to sea. There it became a worthy meal for creatures living at the bottom of the ocean. The unusual sight of sharks feeding on a swordfish was far from the most exciting thing to take place. In fact, as the researchers watched the creatures feed, via the ROV, something incredible happened. That's when, from the gloom outside the ROV's lighting, a giant wreckfish sailed into view. Typically found in deep water, wreckfish often work in underwater caves and among the remains of sunken ships. In fact, this is the reason for their evocative name. Mostly blue-gray in appearance, the marine fish display ridges of spiny scales.
I'm in stream 5 now, exactly.
But let's not forget to mention that ratfish are equipped with equally cavernous mouths. And soon the researchers would see firsthand just what damage this creature's biting jaws were capable of. Normally, you see, ratfish feed on migrating creatures such as squid and other fish. And with a plentiful supply, the creatures can actually grow to a staggering 6.5 feet in length and weigh a maximum of 220 pounds. They can also live as long as 7 decades in the right conditions. What's more, ratfish have no predators that we know of. At first glance, then, the researchers might not have thought the swordfish was an obvious source of nutrition for the ratfish. In the footage, in fact, this particular creature doesn't appear to want to join the feeding frenzy taking place among the sharks. But the clever predator seemingly has something entirely different in mind, and it didn't concern going after dead flesh. So as the researchers watched, the ratfish swiftly emerges from the shadow of the ROV. Apparently, it had been using the vehicle as cover to approach the sharks, who remained unaware of its presence. And before anyone can register what's happening, the creature snatches up a dogfish in its powerful jaws. The crew can see the tail of the big dogfish wriggling hopelessly in the predator's jaws too. And perhaps unsurprisingly, they react to the incredible sight with awe. "Oh my God!" cries out one researcher. "Yes, it has a whole shark in its mouth. Wow, I'm going to remember this forever." It then became clear that the crew of the Okeanos Explorer weren't the only ones awestruck by the ratfish's feeding tactics. Because within weeks of being uploaded to YouTube, the video footage has been viewed more than 1 million times. Writers for a number of online science websites were quick to draw attention to the staggering footage too. Yet, it's not the first time that a predator has been caught on camera indulging in a surprising way. In fact, in August 2014, a YouTube channel published a video of a fisherman cooking a black-tipped shark. This had happened off the coast of Bonita Springs in Florida. But sadly, the angler's triumph did not last for long. In the clip, the fisherman attempts to reel in his 4-foot catch. And then an ominous shadow rises up from the depths below. And suddenly, a massive grouper breaks the surface of the water, snatching the shark in one vicious bite. Then, as those on the boat react with amazement, both creatures quickly vanish beneath the waves. It may surprise you to learn that this grouper video has been viewed more than 67 million times on YouTube. And apparently such ambitious meals are not unheard of. In fact, some 4 years later, from a recent excursion.
And they don't even know how it
A
looks.
angler can be seen landing a sizable shark. Just as the catch is being reeled in, though, the shadow of another giant grouper appears nearby. But this time, Captain Jimmy Wheeler knows exactly what to expect.
The liquor company's put
So you can do this such called anything.
What are you talking about? We discussed globalization, the state. Stay the fuck away from me. But it's a good cause.
I can, if you want.
Henry, can you give me this extension cord? It's the one right over there.
The 13.
You're not lazy.
Alright, I'm back.
7% of people voted in favor. I saw the ballot. It's a lie.
Alright. Oh, she knows how to dog. I'm chasing you.
Hi.
Huh.
Joink.
I need it!
I need it.
The controller just died!
Mine. I need it.
Get,
Mine.
get a different one!
No.
Well then get me one!
No. Lazy?
What Samsung does? I'll show you.
Samsung charger. There's only
Or
one
which
type.
one? There's two types. Little one or big? One that fits your iPad or one that fits your phone?
This was a nice
Axel.
Tom.
Here's the problem. Are you saying Axel? Yeah.
This is total bullshit.
Like you look up from the range of
Oh!
that's a chicken.
So, about Gta5 filmen. Level
Christ alive! Shoot! Christ alive! Keep coolio, baby. It's just a car.
Oh, we spent about how much? $27 on that. It's just between the two of us. Alright, but not much for myself. And Mac was up at us. I don't know, Mac was up in golden places. I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on, bro.
Maybe time to go to it's still something to do. No, you can go in. Just don't take him in. Oh, I don't know. I want to punch him to sleep. I'm going to try going to bed at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I did. Yeah, no, I was on wasting a hips kind of what take that. She about 5'5" or about 5'6". Put it tits in, high legs crossed, which is 6. Drives. Are you talking to anyone on there?
I'm streaming on YouTube.
Bullshit. What do you think that thing?
On air.
Wait, I want to say hello.
Come,
Talk to them?
yeah.
What do I say?
So hi.
Wait, come talk. What's that?
Just
Hey guys.
they can't. You can't hear them. It's YouTube.
Sport. Why are you looking at me like that?
Wow!
His face just goes. No one's even like on it. Like, did you pee your pants?
Yeah, there is.
0.
There was 7 people, and then I stopped streaming, and then I started again.
Who's trying to shout myself? No, No, you should have heard what he said. He came up to me last night and he farted and he goes, looks at me and he says to me, he goes, I think I peed my pants. Girls need a hot boyfriend.
Oh my god, same. Apparently,
I need a hot girlfriend. I'm lonely. Mixed as in mixed colours or mixed feelings or what do you mean? Mixed genders?
Mix, like,
What not?
apparently they're open tomorrow. It's too smoky.
Hot or not?
I don't know yet.
Alright. Let's talk to him. Talk to him.
I am.
Now what do you think? I've been telling him we were going to 6 people on 15.
No. John's been at serious
No, but he knows
something
these things.
I think 12 by himself till 8 and then Jack's going back.
Let's go.
For a couple hours and it's still nice and cold. That thing is cold too. Cold soda tastes so much better. I just I hope I'm going into the hill. Know that. Also, zipper guy, the fact that these are water-resistant zippers. Your phone, your keys, your wallet in here. I don't have to worry about it. This one for bigger, flatter items right here. So there are a lot of other brands in the market with that kind of style, but none that actually have this exact style. I was carrying this in this backpack. Wash out these units and turn it into a side bag.
Oh, shut up. What? What do you buy?
Move, you fucking idiot!
Release. Stop.
Sorry.
It's so
There's a lot of other soft clothes on the market that
You could take advantage of me. Tell me how to feel so good. And it's so hard, better for me. You know, sitting up there. And it's so hard. Oh,
sorry, I'm 13. No, I'm just changing my age. Sorry. What's wrong? Why did you do that? You're just so
I'm trying to make her laugh. Wait, my brother and me used to watch it at the time. Me and her brother used to watch chatting today. Look out!
Say that to what he says. What's wrong? What is wrong with you?
It's kind of interesting.
Okay.
But I always want to see what they find funny. That is spider flies. Why has he got freaking out? Because he found a good find.
Yeah, you'd be surprised at what
I
shit
only
falls in the
mess with
water.
people when I'm in the bath, not the shower. Awesome.
Nice the stuff all over. Ah, it broke open. It's like so much.
Guys behind you think too crazy on the street. Some trash. Gonna throw that away.
Do you guys like my car? Dad? Do you like my car? Tice, do you like my car? Tice.
It's November right now, and it's a little bit chilly. And I wasn't wearing a wetsuit, it's like to represent new shirts. So Austin also found these.
They watched his voice
What the fuck? Is that Piper?
Yeah, I'm shaking so bad. Alright, so anybody want to drink what's in here?
Have a guy
$5? $5? Make it 6. 6? Yeah. So this thing was literally.
Oh, I did it.
Under the surface. Get my leg in.
Copycat.
Watch this guy. See what's inside. Oh, that rubber is still nice and juicy. Oh!
Sorry, it's not Papa. It looks like
It's just water, but yeah,
a cat, and it looks like
it's a
Papa.
little bit brown. $7. Trying to use the bathroom. Thanks guys for joining us on this awesome adventure. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Hit that like button if you want to see more. We'll see you soon on the next video, guys. Okay, so what do you got for They don't really, they only attack scorpions from what I read. Oh crap.
Good one.
And so they're pretty docile. Yeah, pretty little guy. Press cake.
Neon, stop it. Stop. I probably took that down for a second. Wait, I'll put one no. Stacks on Mia. Alright. Go. Stacks. Oh. I can't breathe. He does his makeup. Wow.
Oh, you right?
Okay.
I was going to kick Axel.
Shut up, Axel.
Tice, how do I make the burnout smoke pink? Tice? How do I make the burnout smoke pink?
Huh?
How do I make the burnout smoke pink?
Going to tile?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, that's good. Amelia's pies. Oh, big cat. Yes.
Yeah.
Lala test. Lala test. Lala test. No. No.
Dad, look at my tire smoke.
That's purple ring smoke. I've got one. Wait, can I have 2 more before you get to the way? I'm not putting it away. I just died. The phone is. You know what? Shut up, Izzy. Please get help.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I see some bad drivers, but you.
Yeah. She's good. I got her falling. Oh, look at that. Oh, poor thing. I got. I'm gonna get my I was gonna say, is that you? Yeah, it's my niche. Dad. Wait. Ain't you choosing trailer? That's probably. Dad, is this yours or mine? Huh? But don't you have 2?
100% guaranteed.
Huh?
Use it.
It's just waiting for you to say. Alright, let's go. What if I don't want to? Well, tough one.
Huh.
Hi. Can I please have a remote for a sec?
What?
A remote for a sec?
Well, they're washing it now.
What is it? Huh? What?
Which one?
The same thing as altogether.
No, it's a fair point. He snuck up on a tweaker and probably hadn't slept in a couple of days. Mo said this guy's good enough.
Tonight, call 1300-OZ-HELP.
This program brought to you by Wallet Brazil. Fast and easy cash. Conditions apply.
this place, man. That's what we need, send us footage. We need to hold on. Go do it. Yes, man. Setting up a command post here, we'll be coordinating with your operations center. Got as many men as you need. Thank you. Eric.
Hey, Sam. I'm not seeing the black one band on any cameras once it's about 1 block north of your house.
Okay. If they go north, it's a good chance they're trying to make it to the 405 from there. They can get to the 110.
Are there any routes to the freeway that can use back alleys?
There is one that uses exclusively back alleys, but the cameras are all closed circuit. We need footage from those cameras. Check the addresses.
Hey, we're not telling boys. I'm not worried about passengers. I need to find my wife. Whatever it takes.
Like, whoa.
Active agent 12 years. This is about me. That's all.
Can we miss somebody?
I don't know. I guess I must lost my sheriff. He's the one that exposed my sheriff. So now you want to talk to us when they're gone anymore? What's up with that? What do you mean?
Hey, Gene, contact NCIS.
Then everything until they should go. I don't have time for this. My wife was kidnapped. Who told you to ask for her?
I asked for her because I knew her. I spent months with her when she was undercover.
She questioned me when I was arrested.
We're gonna ask you this one more time. Who paid you to bring CIA agent Michelle Hanna to this prison?
Who am I supposed to call? I trust this call because I knew her.
He's not ready. Let me answer. Nobody ready there. Take the line. Let me set my wife up to be here.
What's not that? How many control you go in there?
Forgive me. Excuse me. Oh shit, sorry.
That's illegal. I understand.
No one asked them.
5 minutes. Here it is.
Thank you.
5 minutes. You should see this.
It was just other here in the shelf from the prison, but we're still can't see anyone in nearby traffic.
Check it again. Is this the only footage you have again? What's about my house?
Hold on. We're getting a video call from an international number.
It's not international. It's outbound, so we can't trace it. Bring it up. Trace it.
I'm gonna find every single person involved with this. And I'm gonna make it my life's work. To hunt you down.
Sam, is that you?
Michelle, you can hear me? Are you okay?
You're wasting time. The room you were looking at is airtight. Release the careful edge or watch your wife suffocate to death, Santana.
Race of the God of Paradise. We've got 5 unsubs.
Did you just hit my thing?
So you can play. What's up? What's up, boys and girls? Who are the fuck's watching this shit? Yeah, reset, I could play. So, gonna have to be dealing with me, bitches. Oh, and go check out my YouTube channel, OG King. I think it's OG_King. I'll check later. Anyway, I'm gonna put that in the description in the next video. Anyway. Yeah. I'm at your phone. No. Why? Cause. Actually, yeah. Where is it? There really had to be a fucking semi-truck there.
Only 75 miles an hour. Alright, doing the math. Well, half that area is water. 20,000 square miles. That's too big an area. Okay, where the hell is Hayes? In her office. Where? Where's that? Try to stay calm. I'm good.
Maurice playing music in his room, but it's still connected to the Bluetooth speaker. Oh. I thought it was coming from the speaker.
I was in the middle of doing that when I found this.
So we found out who we told the world put this whole thing together.